Hello, beautiful people, and thank you for tuning in to my first ever episode of 6 Feet Apart with my good friend James, better known as,
Jameswames.
and he produces music. So today we're going to be talking about that a little bit. I'm just going to be asking him a few questions, and hopefully you guys can enjoy it and maybe learn something. So, my first question is, when did you start making your own music?
Probably, I started producing on a computer like around 2016. I think I was like 15. But even before that, I would like mess around on like something like a little keyboard or something. Try to just like make something.
Yeah,
But
so you've always had that just kind of like
Yeah.
wanting to like make music.
Yeah, but kind of like when I was 15 was when I really like got some software and started really learning how to make shit.
That's cool. Who inspires you musically?
Um, there's a few different types of like music. So like a lot of the electronic stuff, I'd say like a lot of Getter and Skrillex, stuff like that. But with hip hop, like Suicide Boys and maybe a little Lil Peep or something.
Lil Peep.
Yeah,
Lil Peep.
stuff like that.
Right. So, what genre would you say your music fits into if you had to label it as a genre?
Yeah, I make electronic stuff, like you could say dance music. But a lot of my stuff is more like hip hop too. Like I rap a little bit.
Yeah,
Some
you,
of
you
it.
do some rapping as well as having like other people featured on your tracks and stuff,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's the way to go. I feel like just being like super versatile like that. You can put out a track on your
Yeah.
own without anything and like feel good about it, but you also have the ability to say like, hey, let's record, let's
Yeah.
do this together, or you can rap over it yourself.
I can make some beats, like do something with it with someone else or myself, or I can just do like solo songs, like dance music.
Yeah, I feel like that's a really good thing about how music has evolved is you have everything at your fingertips.
Yeah.
Like you can pretty much find whatever sound you please, whatever sound you want to be heard. You can adjust it and like how to manipulate the computer and the software to make that sound go from your brain to out
Yeah,
loud.
everything's like super accessible.
Yeah, definitely. Like I think about how recording has changed so much, and like you used to have to just do like one take, and you would just keep running it over and over again until that sounded right, and that sounded right, and that sounded right. But now you can just take each track and even change everything, right? Like
Yeah.
with each track. But yeah, like you're saying, it's really accessible now.
Yeah, like I got like my little bedroom studio set up. It's like if I was born in like the 80s or something, I don't know what I'd be,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
Try to get
you have to know someone. You have to either play all the instruments yourself and know someone who records and record it yourself,
Have the
or
money
yeah,
for studio time.
yeah, or you have to like find someone that plays guitar, find someone that plays keyboard, find someone that plays drums. Whereas you can, you're a versatile musician, you're a drummer as well,
Yeah.
and you played horn in high school, so like
Yeah.
you know about regular instruments, so that gives you an advantage, I think. But some people can have almost no knowledge, I feel like, of
Yeah, some
real
people,
instruments and just
some people like really don't know what they're doing because like you kind of don't have to.
yeah. But I
Like
think it's good that you have
Yeah.
a background in music because you started playing instruments before you started producing, right?
Yeah.
When did you start? You started playing drums. How old were you?
I was like 5. I think even like when I was 3, I had like a little like play drum set that I would like bang around with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So my next question. What software do you use?
Oh,
Or
I
what
use.
would you recommend to people to maybe start out with, or what you started out with?
I use Ableton. That's like my main like software. The DAW, DAW. And like I don't use too many plugins really. Like Serum is like my main synth. I use that for most stuff. Like 'cause you can do like make like almost any noise with Serum. Crazy.
And you have to pay to like subscribe to those?
No, I just bought that once. I think
Oh.
you can rent them monthly or something if you want.
So you got options.
Yeah. I don't know what I'd say. Like I'd recommend. You mean like what I recommend software wise, or just?
Yeah, like for someone who, let's say someone doesn't really know what they want to download, there's a lot of different programs out there. Like what would you say is like a good one to start out with?
I mean, I haven't really used too many, but like I know a lot of people use FL Studio. And, like I think some people, I think it's like easier sometimes too.
What was that one called?
FL Studio.
FL Studio.
Yeah, they're like pretty easy, like the basic version.
Nice. And yeah, this kind of has to go with that. What would you say to anyone who wants to start producing music? Like, do you have any words of wisdom?
I'd say like first you just like focus on learning like how to just produce, like how to do what you're doing and make music with the software, and like don't try to focus on like making your own like sound. You can just make generic stuff at first until you figure out like how you can make a song, and then like once you like have like some background, you figure out how it's done, like then start focusing on like making your own sound.
Yeah, so it's kind of like playing an instrument. Like you have to learn the basics, and before you can move on to the solos that you write and playing in a band.
Yeah, like, you probably want to be unique, but like sometimes you just don't focus on that at first.
Where do you see yourself and your music in 10 years?
It's hard to say. I mean, 10 years?
Where would you want to see your music?
I'm an artist, I'm making music, and it's supporting me. That's like all I'm doing. I'm just being an artist and making shit. And I don't know how big it'll be. I mean, it can go big, but maybe it'll be small.
So you want to be able to support yourself
Yeah.
through your music?
I'm just doing music.
Yeah. Yeah. And my last one for today is, do you want to go to school for music, or do you want to continue to learn and create on your own without attending a university or anything?
I don't think so. I mean, sometimes I do think about it, but like, I feel like just most, like how I've been learning them is like pretty good. Like I feel like I've developed like a good sound.
So how do you learn mostly? Like through YouTube?
Yeah, well, a lot of this stuff just on my own, like kind of figuring stuff out. A lot of it's just experience, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's YouTube and like
YouTube University is a real thing. I mean, people are learning so many new skills just from going online.
yeah, just anything online. Like, I've learned something.
Sure. Well, thank you for being the first ever guest on my new show.
Excited to be here.
Do you have any parting words?
Yeah, you can hit me on social media, probably like Jameswames, James.Wames Instagram. Check out my music. I'm in stores, Jameswames, SoundCloud, whatever. Stream, download. See if
Stream
you
and
like it.
download. You heard it here first.